Hello, hello. This is your weekly Oracle forecast with Mystic Mars. And I hope everyone had a great weekend. I have a little sage here. I'm not smoking. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We had a lot of cards come out over the weekend. We had very transformational cards. We had healing cards, a bunch of very strong energies. And so I hope you had a wonderful one. And maybe some of you are still off for Memorial Day. And it's been a busy one for me. I've been doing a ton of personal readings and stuff, which I absolutely love. Can't argue with that. Can't complain about that because I love doing personal readings. So, okay, so let's just get to it and go ahead and choose an Avalon card to see what Avalonian energy is assisting us for this week. And we're heading into a new month. We're heading into a new month coming up pretty soon here. So these cards will carry us along right into June, which should be a wonderful, glorious month. And hello, hello. Hi, guys. All right, so I'm pulling an Avalon card to tell us what Avalonian energy is assisting us throughout the week. And we have movement. Oh, my goodness. This card has come up so much for people, personal readings and things like that. Movement, 36. So that's a 9. So that's kind of like the closure, the ending, the end of a chapter, but also the world view, the big picture, looking at where you've come from. Hello, guys. So movement is the first card we have here, and I'll read you a little bit about that for those who are not familiar with this card. It does come up quite a lot, so let me read a bit about that to welcome everyone. All right, so I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You see these beautiful water here, and there's moving energy on this rock here. So it's a reminder that all things change as a part of the cycle of life. This may portend a physical move, or it heralds a release from restriction and waiting. So this is all about moving past that stagnant energy. If any of you feel stuck, this is for you. So rejoice, for changes in the air and new things are about to enter your world. This puts you on notice that it's time to broaden your horizons and move forward on your path. You may travel to new and foreign places, both physically and inwardly. It is fortunate and timely to do so. Nothing is ever meant to be static in the way of the living mystery. Movement brings challenges that must not be resisted, for progress can only be made by letting go of what was and welcoming what is and what is yet to come. This marker is always an omen of change for the better. So this is really a wonderful one. Like I said, if you're feeling stagnant or stuck or anything like that, this is really going to like shake you up, and not in a bad way, in a good way, because we need movement in order to propel forward. We get stuck in these cycles of all sorts of things that we tell ourselves, and something like this just really like almost like we're the stone that's not moving in the lake, and we want to move so bad, and finally the water's like, all right, you don't have any choice. I'm going to move you for you. So this is part about that. I hope that resonates with you guys. Lovely energy so far for this week. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So let's go ahead and choose, I think animal card. You know, I love working with the animals. Hello, welcome. Hello, hello. So I see Marisol. I see Aparajita. Hello. Hi, guys. Okay, so we've already chosen movement. Wonderful energy for this week. That's going to be about going with the flow. That's going to be about being, you know, shifted out of your little comfort zones and just going with spirit, and being like a little pebble that's just like adventurous, like getting lost in the currents, things like that. And that is a lot about the Gemini energy, which is, you know, we're in Gemini now, so that is a lot about movement and fluidity and that kind of thing. Hi, hello. All right, so now we're choosing an animal card to see what animal is assisting us through this week, what animal is guiding us through this week. I'm very curious to see. Oh, goodness. We have wolf again. It's not even a full moon week, but we have wolf. The full moon's not till June 9th, but I had been thinking about the full moon a bit. So wolf here, wonderful, wonderful energy. It is about the pack, but also being comfortable being alone, being by yourself. It could be about the teacher, teaching others. Like, think of yourself as that great ancient wolf, and there's a bunch of little pups around you learning about, you know, your adventures and learning about everything that you've learned, and now you're old and you're a sage and you're teaching all these little youngsters, and then you go off onto your own and you meditate and you howl at the moon, and it's just about being comfortable alone and with your pack. And so I'll read a little bit about wolf for those of you who have not been around when I have read about wolf in the past. I always love to read from the book because I really like to honor all of the thought and all of the impressions that go into these decks. I really, really love to honor the creators of these decks, because I myself have a deck in the works. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm super excited. So the little poem that goes along with Wolf is: Wolf, teacher, pathfinder, moondog of my soul, howling, singing, teaching how to know. I love that, teaching how to know. So this is about, this could be about the star Sirius, which was considered by the ancient Egyptians to be very, very, very spiritual and very deep. So this is also about sharing your personal medicine with others, about just sharing the knowledge, sharing the wisdom. But like I said, it could also be telling you, you know, it's time for you to seek out a place to be by yourself, a place where you could recoup, a place where you could almost fill your well, fill your cup, so that you could give to others. If we don't fill our own wells, fill our own cups with that wonderful, nourishing, enlightening liquid, then we can't share it with others because we're completely tapped dry. So that's a little bit about wolf medicine. So I'm loving that, along with movement. Movement. You are not going to be stagnant this week. Nope. You are going to be moved, hopefully. And so let me pick a numerology card now. So already we have 6, which we have 36 here. So this is a 9 overall in numerology, which is about, it could be about the endings, but it could also be about the big picture, stepping back and looking at all of the places you've come from. And then Wolf 6 could be about, do you see the 1 here? Is the self. 5 is like movement and change, but the 6 is more about finding that balance between those things. And it's also about the home life responsibilities, how you take care of your pack at home. So we're going to pull a numerology card, see what other numbers are coming at us this week. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hi. What about Libra, someone asked. I'm curious. You'll have to be specific about that. I'm not sure what you're asking. What about Libra? Rami, yes, she is a life path 6. You'll have to tell us what that's like. I'm a 5, so you're just like, what above me? So, okay, we have a number here. And that number is, interesting, along with movement, we have time out. And this equals to 1. So we have the 9, movement. So there may be some movement, but maybe you're going to get too, you know, shifty. And as I say that, I'm moving my whole laptop here on my table. But with that movement, I'm feeling like maybe you're going to get a little bit out of control. So then it's like, okay, slow it down. All right, you moved. Everybody saw it. That's awesome. But like, sit down for a minute and just, you know, fill that well, like I said. So I'll read you a little bit about time out so that you guys, and you know what? That card came up for me when I had a decision to make recently, and it really like put me in my place, and it really like gave me a lot of insight about what I needed to do, where I needed to go. So this is a time to take out of your busy schedule in the hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable, or anxious, or generally feeling unwell. If you've been under stress of any kind or have been spending time in a negative or toxic environment, you must remove yourself from the situation and heal and recharge. What? So it's a perfect time to take a vacation. Even a day or two away will revitalize and recharge your soul. You don't necessarily need to leave your home. You could laze around the house and unplug your computer and phone. Having an energy healing massage or facial, soaking in a hot bath, all of those things will help you right now. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or uncertain, the answers will present themselves during your quiet time. Clarity comes from silence, and order follows peace. So step away from the stress and find your inner sanctuary. The affirmation to take along with you this week is, I take time out for myself and rebalance my body and my life. I'll say it again. I take time out for myself and rebalance my body and my life. What was I saying about Wolf? It's a little bit about just taking the time to fill your cup so that you could overflow and fill to others. And it's a lot about, I'm getting so much water. You know, the moon is water, the feminine essence, movement here, so much watery movement here. And now we have time out. That's kind of like, okay, go with the flow, but you know, don't go overboard with it. You know, just take the time you need to rest and recoup. Be the lone wolf for a few days. Maybe everybody's been hammering at you. Maybe you've been like giving so much of yourself away. Maybe you constantly have people around you. And this week's a little bit about, okay, like you're doing great as a mom, you're doing great as a teacher, a father, a parent, a sibling, but now it's time. Why don't you go in your room for a little bit, take a bath, go get a massage, go get an energy healing, just kind of give yourself something. And in that alone time, as we talked about, in that quiet time, that's when the answers come. Because when there's too much of this around us, it's really hard to get inner silence in here. We all know that. So it can be about being in silence, letting that moon shine down on you, and letting the answers come to you. So one more card, because you guys are awesome, and I love reading for you guys. Hello. Awesome. I like the comments here. So I'm going ahead and gonna pull Kyle Gray Angel Prayers card. Sometimes I pull from this deck. I really love the art in this deck, especially. So I mean, look at Archangel Michael there. He looks badass. Awesome. I love that blue. So okay, I'm gonna pull an angel card to see what perhaps we have an archangel assisting us with this week, and we already have some come out. We do have an archangel this week. So this is Peace and Harmony, Archangel Raguel. And I may be saying that wrong, but I don't really care because it's how it is in my head. Archangel Raguel. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. And look at this. Look at that powerful, powerful stance, powerful gaze, powerful icy blue gaze, and these wonderful gold light radiating out. So we're going to go ahead and read a little bit about Archangel Raguel. For those of you who do not know who he is, he's not someone who pops up a lot for me, so I'm really curious as to what he has to say. And again, you know what? Everyone interprets angel cards differently and angels differently. I just see these as different types of energy, different types of divination sources that just help guide us, basically. Archetypes, things like that, different themes in our lives. So this is about a wave of harmony that's being washed over your life right now. Please trust that the angels are here to help you resolve any conflicts that have been disturbing your inner peace at this time. Take time to surrender to God and the angels any concerns you have about conflicts or arguments, and allow them to lovingly guide you to peace. So this is a bit about standing down from conflicts and not taking on too much, and asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it really worth my energy right now? I mean, over the weekend we had WASP, and that was a bit about, like, is it worth my even waving my hand to swat this wasp? Is it worth that energy? Just pick your battles. That's what I'm trying to say. Pick your battles, because it may not be worth it, and everyone wants peace and harmony anyway, so we don't really want to battle with anybody. So that's what this is about. And also this angel, his name means friend of God, and he's the angel of harmony. He works very closely with those who call on him to bring an end to conflicts and challenges. He helps us to remember the importance of relationships, both romantically and personally. It's important to have good people around us. That is so much about the pack. Balance with the 6 here, and having good people around us with the pack. The wolves only keep, whoever's worthy around it. It's a very ancient, wonderful energy. They keep around, people who are going to support them. And so call on him for help in creating harmonious bonds in your relationships. Wonderful. So the gist is, you know what? You're going to get a little shake up in a good way. You're going to be that little pebble that's just flicked out of the riverbed and just go on a wild, crazy ride down the river, because I feel like that's what you need right now. But at the same time, it's like, well, have your fun, but you know what? Have a time out, because you're going to need that rest, and you're going to need to step away from the pack. Honor your pack, but step away for a little while so that you could refill that cup, so that you could give to others, because a lot of this energy is kind of like universal, and with the 9 here, it's very much humanitarian. So we have the 9, we have the 1 with time out, which is wonderful, ending, beginning type of situation. And we have the 6, of course, with wolf, which is the balance, which we already talked about with Archangel Raguel. And I love how that all works out. I really do. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have a glorious week. And for those of you who are in my daily challenge, we're doing 5 days of adventure. It's so short and sweet, but it's been really cool. I've got to play like a kid again with this. And I've seen other people just, they're loving the challenges because it gives you something different to do, and it kind of tests your comfort zones and stuff like that. It's super fun. And you could do them at any time, so if you want to sign up for that, let me know, and I could give you the information. We're on day, I believe, 3, so we only have 2 days left, but it's like boom, boom, fast, and it's super, super duper fun. So, okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't catch the whole thing, you could always go back to the beginning and watch the whole thing, but overall, you know what? as I like to say, go with the flow. I know I say it a lot, but you know what? It's true. I wouldn't say it a lot if it wasn't true, but I'm loving this wolf energy. I think it's going to be a lot about this, so keep your eyes open for wolf synchronicities, especially because I think that'll tell you a lot about what's in store for you. Okay, guys, see you later. Thanks for watching.